Hi, everyone. Let's see. Let's see what's going to happen here. It says it's waiting on me. There we go. Let's see what's going to happen. It says it's waiting on me. Okay, got it muted and everything. Hi, how are you all? Today is June 9th, 2022. And just a little side note, it's my husband's 39th anniversary. Wow. 39 years. That's just unbelievable. Anyway, you didn't come here to listen to all of that. So, hi, Christy. How are you? So today, this afternoon, I'm going to attempt to make a double Dutch fold, which is also called a Dutch door fold, depending on whichever way you want to look at it. As I've researched it, those are the two names I've found for it. So why don't we get started? I'm going to turn the camera down. And let's see. There we go. Aw, thanks, Christy. Okay, so I made one earlier. And remember last week I was making the Dutch folds and I was using all of this paper and the Hues of Happiness suite. And so this is, oops. Oh, that's what happens when you put the adhesive on and it's in the wrong spot. Oh, it came off. Okay, here we go. This is the double Dutch or Dutch fold card. Okay, but now I'm going to make one for you all that's different than this one. We're going to be using the Cup of Tea stamp set, which I really love. And I apologize if I look off to the side. I don't have the other computer up in front of me yet. One of these days, I always say that I'm going to do that and I forget. Okay, so this is the Cup of Tea stamp set. And then we're going to use the teacup dies. This isn't all of them. There's one over here. And then we are going to use one of the painted label dies. I just love this die out of the painted labels. So we're going to be using that one as well. Okay, the paper of choice is Starry Sky. I am in love with this color. It is so beautiful. Let me get my mouse out of the way. Okay, so for this, I want to show you, you are going to take the cardstock and you're going to lay it so that it's porch landscape. Okay, and we're going to make the first cut at 4 1/8. I was doing 4 1/4, which most tell you to do, but it wouldn't, I don't know. I was just having issues with it and I want you all to be happy. So I found that 4 1/8 was much better. Okay, and then we can make 2 1/2 cards out of this. So you can go ahead and put this in at 4 1/8 again. Okay, and then this piece right here, which is 2 3/4, is the perfect bottom to this piece. So we are going to now score. So I moved my cutting blade and we are going to score at 2 1/8 on each side. So the main thing with this card is I do want y'all to have success. And so this is going to be scored at 5 1/2. So when things don't fit right that I've worked on, I always try to measure and remeasure until I feel like it's going to happen for you. Okay, so for this fold, we are going to crease this fold. This one is fine. Okay. but we are not going to crease these yet. Okay, first of all, I barely made a score mark there. But we need to fold these in and make sure they're right. And when I say make sure they're right, you just want them to meet in the middle. Now, I know this is hard for you to see because it's dark paper, but you don't want a gap. Okay, you want them to just meet in the middle. And then once you get them to meet, you can then go through with your bone folder and crease that fold. Okay. Then you're going to take this piece and put this piece in there, right in the center. You're going to have to center it a little bit because it is a little bit smaller now. And then you can put that on like so. Okay. So what I do, and I'm going to go ahead and get this put together, is I use liquid glue. Come on. It's been used a lot this afternoon. It says I don't want to work anymore. Oh my goodness. In just like 5 minutes, it's gotten a plug, I guess. I hate it when this happens. Okay, so let's open the bottom. Sometimes I've read tips that should work, but it came out the bottom instead. So that's okay. Let's use the bottom. Did you guys know that we had a bottom portion to this? Okay, so you can squirt some out and then you can just drag it along and drag it along. And then that'll leave it tacky, but I don't want it oozy. So see, and I can squirt a little more out and just kind of rub that in however you want. Okay. And that's the end that wanted to work. So we'll go with that end. So then you just line up your bottom. And I'm going to have to squeeze it over just a little bit. And that's the nice thing is we can wiggle this around a little. And there you have your fold. Did I score this at 4.5, guys? I mean 5.5. Where did I score this? Yes, I did. Okay. I have to troubleshoot why. That's actually, this is so only supposed to meet. So 5.5. And we score it. And let's see. I don't know what's going on today. Oh, well, we're going with it. I did it fine on this one. It's supposed to match like that. I did it fine on 3 more that I have behind me that are unfinished. And now we have one that wants to overlap. Oh, well, we're going with it, guys. Okay, so that means my white is going to be, that's not the white. That's going to fit just perfect. Okay. So I already cut the white for up here. And this is cut at 4 inches by 2 7/8. Okay. I know what I think I did wrong. Yep. So let me explain something. This piece was supposed to be 2.5. So you need to cut this piece at 2.5. You're going to have a little bitty strip, and that's why it's not right. Never fails. Okay, so I'm just gonna, like I said, go with it, and I'm gonna find another piece of designer series paper. I'm gonna recut that. But this one will work, and we're just not gonna worry about it. Okay, so I didn't bring my ruler over. Let's see, what do we have here? We have 2 3/4 by, let's see, 2 1/4. Yeah, 2 3/4. Wow, guys, sorry about this. By 2 1/8. 2 3/4 by 2 1/8. So we want this. So I don't want it 2 1/8. I'm going to go 2 inches with the cutting tool. But see, if I didn't mess up, how would you learn? And we're going to go 1/8 of an inch shorter. So we're going to go 2 5/8. And let's see if that works. Oh, much better. Okay. 2 5/8. Okay. Like I said, I need to do all the screwing up so you guys will be perfect. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down. No. Let's see if that helped get some of this out. No. It definitely has a plug. So I'm going back to the other end. I'm going to glue this onto here. Okay. Spread that out a little so we don't have any bulges. And I just want 1/8 of an inch all around my card. I'm using the Tea Boutique Designer Series paper. Oh, I know better than to do it on this. Why did I do it on that? I tell you, I'm just goofing up all around. But it's going to be a pretty card in the end. Okay, there's that. All right, let's get on with some stamping. That oozed out a little bit there. Okay. We are going to do some stamping. I was looking for my foam mat. There it is. I have a piece of grid sheet over here. All right, let me get up in here so you guys can see. All right, I'm going to stamp this piece of greenery for my teacup. Okay, and I'm using Parakeet Party. Okay, and then I've got a bunch of things to stamp. I'm going to stamp this, which is the flowers for that. I'm going to stamp that in Starry Sky. Now, I can either cut this out separate or I can stamp it on here. But I think for what I'm doing, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it out separate. Okay, and then I'm going to make a little tag. So I'm going to, again, stamp in Starry Sky. And then I'm going to keep Starry Sky. Put I just can't thank you enough. And then I'm going to take Parakeet Party. And I'm going to stamp a little leaf over the top, just to add a little something, something. Okay, now I need to bring in my trimmer one more time so I can cut this down, because I'm going to use the little die cut machine. So this needs to be at 3 inches. Okay, and I'm going to take just a smidge off of this side. So it's 3 inches. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to get rid of the mat and bring in the little die cut machine. I need to get some new plates for this. Mine has started to warp. All right, let me get the dies. We are going to set this over here on top. Get those leaves cut out. This is where I always have a hard part on my little machine. I love using a magnetic plate on the big machine. This just wants to scoot around. Okay, I'm just going to cut out one at a time. Maybe 2 for the next one, but I just want to get these cut out. They're a little bit more difficult. Okay, not too shabby. Yes. Okay. I always have to hold my breath because I'm afraid I'm going to goof it up. And I guess if I hold my breath, it keeps it in place. Okay, there's that. And then I've got this one to go over the top. And I know I can use some tape. We've got that new Post-it note tape, but I don't have it over here with me. So I'm just going to hold my breath. Pray everything goes through just fine. Even though I know I saw the one die move. Okay. It'll be fine. Because I'll just finish it by cutting it. And nobody will know. Okay. Those things out of the way. This is what I'm going to do to get this one. Just going to snip that off right there. Snip that off right there. And you won't even know that the die jiggled a little. Okay. All right. Oh, I forgot one more. My painted label die. Boy, oh boy. I have to say we've got some awesome clouds out here. It's really humid. I can feel it even through my air conditioning. But it's too soon for monsoons. I will tell you that. But hopefully we do get some good monsoons this year. That would be really nice. Okay. Everything else out of the way. Here we go. Poke all those things out. I still have one more thing to die cut, guys. Oh my goodness. I am using our In Color Glimmer paper. And this is for the teacup. So I'm going to use the lighter part of that paper. Gorgeous, gorgeous paper. I absolutely love it. Okay, let's roll that through. Okay. I may need to get my take your pick tool or scissors or something to pop this out. I'm right now just popping out pieces of it. Here we go. Sometimes these thicker papers like to stick inside the die. They're real easy to come out. Okay, once again, I'm done with the machine. All right, let's pop all these. And I probably should have used a sticker sheet because of how my liquid glue is acting up. But that's okay. I will fight through it. One more piece. Okay. Yay. So what I'm going to do, and I swear that looks like the opal, but that is Starry Sky. Not the opal, Orchid Oasis. And that is a light part of Starry Sky. I had to play with both of them to figure it out. Okay, I'm going to make this glue work because I do need it. I think I popped the hole. And I'm going to show you guys something. Real quick. I just use a straight pin. And that goes in and burps it. And hopefully now it won't go everywhere when I squirt it. I'll be real gentle with it. Yay. Sometimes it just has that little air bubble. So I'm just going to get just light touches. I should have my silicone mat. That was not something in the plan today. And I'm just going along the edges. That's all I really need. Just a few dots here and there just to hold it down. And like I said, I probably should have used my adhesive sheets. But if you don't have them, you're going to have to use some glue, right? Okay. And for the little bit that got on my table, I'll just take some alcohol wipes and that'll come right up. Now I'm going to just put a little dot there. You could almost take and put this on something and then put use a toothpick to hold that down. But we're just going to go with it. Okay. So what I want to do next is put this over the top And I want to get mini glue dots. And I want to put mini glue dots, dimensionals. That looks so good right there. Okay, mini dimensionals, y'all, on the back of these flowers. Oh, more thunder. I love the thunder, but I don't like the dry lightning that comes with it. So we're going to put this one right there. Who needs the fires right now? Okay, we're going to put this one up here. And then I'm going to take these mini dimensionals and I'm just going to glue these flat, guys. I think that would be too much. So I'm just going to have a drop of glue there. I always change my mind as I go. I start seeing what I'm doing. It's like, yeah, let's try something else. I know there's one more, but I'm going to leave it just at 5 as it sticks to my finger. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to attach it onto that. And I'm not going to use dimensionals on this. Just going to lay it flat. If you notice, I didn't use that adhesive all the way, just a little bit, so I don't have adhesive coming through the back. Okay. Now let's bring this piece back in. And I have a piece of white, basic white, to go up on top. Okay. I'm not going to stamp on this. I'm going to add this piece over the top of it. And I kind of want it a white background. Hey guys, we're getting rain. Let's see, do I want to keep that white? Now that I'm into it, I don't know. I think that would work. I think that would work. Let's get the trimmer. So let's see. I need to cut this 1/8 of an inch smaller, just a little bit smaller. So we're going to cut this at 3 7/8. And that was 5 1/2. So we're going to cut that at 3/8. No. Oh my goodness, Karen. Okay. So that's at 3 inches. So we're going to cut this at 2 7/8. Okay. That's right. Let's see if that works. I think it needs to be a little smaller. Yeah. How about 2 3/4? So this is what happens when you kind of mess up and then you find that you don't like the white so much. because I didn't make this card ahead of time. I should have stuck with the one I did make, but I wanted to try something different. And since we're live, if anybody has any questions or anything, so just know I will put the exact measurements in my blog post and below this video. And yours will come out just perfect. Okay, so I'm going to use dimensionals now on top of that. So we're just going to put them on the top piece. And then if you can follow all my goof ups, this will be a good video for you. I forgot to turn that on. I'm so sorry. You couldn't see my face. Not that you wanted to. Anyways, here we go. Let's get that centered. Okay. And then I was thinking I might put this on the front, but I don't think so. I think I like it just the way it is. So on the inside, we have a piece of Whisper White, basic white. I have to keep reminding myself of that. And I'm going to put a thank you on the inside of the card. Leave lots of room to write. And then I think I want a leaf. So I'm going to take this block right here. I'm going to get rid of the starry sky. We're going to go with the Parakeet Party. I'm going to bring in my grid sheet so I don't get this on over. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and tape this to the inside. And this is your normal card insert size, nothing different, okay? Except for a little dimensional backing. Do you guys find them everywhere? I sure do. So this is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And there you have your double Dutch fold card or your Dutch door fold card, whichever one you choose. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining me and my mess ups. It still turned out to be a pretty card. I'm happy. I will have the exact measurements and everything for you in the blog and at the bottom of this video. Also, I want you to know I do have my measurements. Oh, let's see. I do have them right in front of me. And it says 2.5 by 8.5. So I should have watched that, right? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. And we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Okay. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate it. It is still pretty.